Simon of the Desert posted 2:10.499 on his last lap, and will be pushing hard for an even lower time. With just 7 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. With just 7 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. James Garvach has a best lap time of 2:14.599. James Garvach just posted a 2:14.599 crossing start finish. James Garvach has a best lap time of 2:14.599. With just 6 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations.
There is always more time to be found, but Sketty is not guaranteed to find it.
Sketty posted 2:12.188 on his last lap, and will be pushing hard for an even lower time.
Sketty is not giving up and will be looking for every 10th.
Sketty has a best lap time of 2:10.990. There are just over 5 minutes left in this practice session. Kevin just posted a 2:06.742 crossing start finish.
If there is still time on the clock, there is still time to improve.
With just 4 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Simon of the Desert posted 2:10.358 on his last lap, and will be pushing hard for an even lower time.
There is always more time to be found, but Simon is not guaranteed to find it.
Simon of the Desert has a best lap time of 2:08.352. Simon just posted a 2:08.352 crossing start finish.
Simon is not giving up and will be looking for every 10th.
James Garvach has a best lap time of 2:14.599.
If there is still time on the clock, there is still time to improve.
James Garvach posted 2:19.973 on his last lap, and will be pushing hard for an even lower time. With just 3 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Kevin Lekmansky has a best lap time of 2:06.742. Simon just posted a 2:08.352 crossing start finish. Simon of the Desert posted 2:08.352 on his last lap, and will be pushing hard for an even lower time.
The time clock can be a cruel mistress that is all too willing to show you your faults.
With just 2 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations.
There is always more time to be found, but Simon is not guaranteed to find it.
Sketty has a best lap time of 2:09.804. Sketty has a best lap time of 2:09.804. Sketty posted 2:09.804 on his last lap, and will be pushing hard for an even lower time.
Sketty is not giving up and will be looking for every 10th.
With just 1 minute left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations.
The time clock can be a cruel mistress that is all too willing to show you your faults.
James Garbach just posted a 2:19.973 crossing start finish. James Garbach has a best lap time of 2:14.599. Sketty has a best lap time of 2:08.853. With just 0 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. James Garbach just posted a 2:19.973 crossing start finish. James Garbach posted 2:19.973 on his last lap, and will be pushing hard for an even lower time.
There is always more time to be found, but James Garbach is not guaranteed to find it.
James Garbach has a best lap time of 2:14.599.
If there is still time on the clock, there is still time to improve.
With just 0 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. David Zahn has a best lap time of 2:07.198.
David is not giving up and will be looking for every 10.
David just posted a 10:38.270 crossing start finish. It's a lovely day for racing here at Road America as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Narwhal is on his practice out lap. It's a lovely day for racing here at Road America as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. David Zahn posted 10:38.270 on his last lap, and will be pushing hard for an even lower time.
There is always more time to be found, but Dave is not guaranteed to find it.
With just 2 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. David Zahn has a best lap time of 2:07.198. Narwhal is on his practice out lap. It's a lovely day for racing here at Road America as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Narwhal is on his practice out lap. James Garbach just posted a 2:13.129 crossing start finish. James Garbach has a best lap time of 2:13.129. It's a lovely day for racing here at Road America as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Here we go, folks. The atmosphere is electric as the drivers prepare to unleash their machines at Road America for the qualifying session.
I think there's a few drivers out there who have the pace to stick it on pole.
You can feel the tension building. Kevin Lekmansky is out on track and getting ready to push for his qualifying time. Kevin Lekmansky is working his way through turn 3. Kevin Lekmansky is driving through turn 5.
This is such a great track. I need to make it back here more often.
It looks like David Zahn is getting ready to make his move. He's taking his time to warm up those tires and get everything just right. That ASRL Chevrolet 28 looks good driving through Corvette Bridge turn 6. David Zahn is looking relatively composed going through carousel.
Spectators near here can smell the smoke wafting from nearby grills.
The adrenaline is pumping. Narwhal is on his out lap, warming up the tires and getting ready to put in a fast lap time.
It's a delicate balance between taking it easy and pushing hard. Let's see how Narwhal handles it.
Narwhal is expertly commanding that car through Bill Mitchell Bend.
Don't forget to check out the views near Bill Mitchell Bend, they are fantastic.
As Narwhal completes the outlap, he will be hoping there's enough space on track to fully attack on the flying lap. Sketty is on his outlap. Sketty is keeping his head down through Bend.
Fuel, fumes, fans, and fights, Bend has it all.
Sketty appears focused and prepared driving through Thunder Valley.
The action and glory drivers have lived here at Thunder Valley is truly historic.
It's all about strategy in these early moments. David Zahn is taking his time to prepare for his qualifying run and get everything just right. That ASRL Chevrolet 28 looks good driving through turn 7. David Zahn is looking relatively composed going through Bend.
There's a great spot near here to kick back with a cold drink and enjoy the beauty of it all.
There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. Stefano Amadei is driving through turn 5. The pressure is on and that's the outlap done for Simon of the Desert. He'll now look to focus on his first flying lap. It's all about precision and speed in qualifying, and Narwhal is nailing both. Narwhal is now up 0.38 in turn 1.
If Narwhal looks at that delta too much, it may end up being a distraction, and all that time he found may be lost.
This is what it's all about. Simon of the Desert is putting everything he's got into this qualifying session. David Zahn will be looking to use this first hot lap to set a solid time in the standings.
Zahn certainly is nailing this one. This is shaping up to be a great performance.
David Zahn is keeping his head down through Moraine Sweep.
If David listens closely, the sounds of cheering fans should just barely be audible over the roar of the engine.
David Zahn is working his way through Hurry Downs. David Zahn is in the green by 0.49, making his way through Bend.
If Zahn gets greedy, this delta could go from green to red in the blink of an eye.
David Zahn is driving through Thunder Valley and is up 0.35. Melero is on his first flying lap. Melero has just completed that lap in 2:06.338. His best lap so far is 2:06.338, putting him in P1. It's clear that Kevin Lekmansky is pushing his car to the very edge of traction on this qualifying lap.
Let's see if he can put a good marker down.
Kevin Lekmansky is expertly commanding that car through Canada Corner. Kevin Lekmansky is looking relatively composed going through Road America straight. Kevin Lekmansky has completed that flying lap in 2:06.570, which is good enough for P2, down 0.232 to the leader. David Zahn is 0.75 up driving through Carousel.
All we can do now is wish David luck as the start-finish line approaches.
David Zahn has improved by 0.61 up through Kettle Bottoms.
Dave needs all the focus and resolve he can muster to maintain this pace.
David Zahn appears focused and prepared driving through turn 14.
To see the best action, you can't go wrong here at turn 14.
David Zahn will be happy, with a time good enough for third in this qualifying session. There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Kevin Lekmansky is now up 0.48 in King. Kevin Lekmansky is in the green by 0.33, making his way through Bill Mitchell Bend. Kevin Lekmansky is currently on provisional pole, with a time of 2:06.013. Narwhal has some work to do, as his best time of 2:08.583 is only good enough for 6th. It's all about precision and speed in qualifying, and Stefano Amadei is nailing both. That ASRL Chevrolet 28 looks good driving through turn 14. Stefano Amadei has just completed that lap in 2:12.336, which is 6.323 off the best time, putting him in P7. Sketty is currently up 0.24 going through Corvette Bridge turn 6.
This is where drivers have to decide to push for more or just try to maintain it.
Stefano Amadei is now up 1.12. Stefano Amadei is driving through Moraine Sweep and is up 1.19.
There's no guarantee that Stefano can maintain this delta through the rest of the lap.
Stefano Amadei is keeping his head down through turn 7.
Fans sitting near turn 7 get some of the best views of the action.
Stefano Amadei is expertly commanding that car through Bend.
There's not much better than sitting near here and watching the cars speed by.
You can feel the tension building. Ryan Wilson is out on track and getting ready to push for his qualifying time. Narwhal has found an extra 0.1. Narwhal has improved by 0.18 up through turn 1. Narwhal is working his way through Moraine Sweep.
When I get some free time after the race, I'm going to park my pudding near Moraine Sweep with a nice drink and some friends.
Narwhal is now up 0.87 in turn 7.
If Narwhal gets greedy, this delta could go from green to red in the blink of an eye.
Narwhal is 0.61 up driving through Bend. Narwhal is driving through Thunder Valley. Narwhal has some work to do, as his best time of 2:07.648 is only good enough for 6th.
That's not a bad time, but I am sure he will keep working on that 1.635 gap to pole.
A strong showing from Adam as he's currently in 7th. With the session drawing to a close, he'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve.
You're absolutely right, Marco. Adam's current position of
Adam just clocked a 2:06.370. 0.357 off of P1 and good enough for P3. Let's see if he can improve on that time further. David Zahn has put in a great effort and currently holds 4th. With the session winding down, time is running out to unleash his full potential for a better starting position. David Zahn is currently up 0.35 going through turn 14.
All we can do now is wish Zahn luck as the start-finish line approaches.
David Zahn will be happy, with a time good enough for 4th in this qualifying session.
Every fraction of a second counts. He is surely working on that 0.771 gap to pole.
David Zahn is in the green by 0.16, making his way through turn 2. Impressive display by Adam, currently sitting in P3. He's set a competitive time, but the question remains whether he can push even harder to secure a better starting position.
You hit the nail on the head, Marco. Adam's current position of 3rd is a testament to his skill and determination. Now, he must stay sharp to make the most of this opportunity.
Adam is driving through kink and is up 0.24. Adam is now up 0.27 in Bill Mitchell Bend.
If Adam looks at that delta too much, it may end up being a distraction, and all that time he found may be lost.
Adam is currently on provisional pole, with a time of 2:05.772.
That's a great time, but it's always a good idea to keeping pushing for every last 10th and 100th.
A solid performance from Kevin Lekmansky, currently holding down P2. Kevin Lekmansky will be happy, with a time good enough for 2nd in this qualifying session. David Zahn has secured a respectable 5th in the qualifying session. This is a great spot to use as a launchpad for a strong race performance.
I couldn't agree more, Marco. David has done a fantastic job to claim 5th. The challenge now is to convert this opportunity into a strong race result.
David Zahn has lost from 5.24 seconds so far through Moraine Sweep. It's a good spot
Zahn
for now,
is likely
but
taking
other
a deep
drivers are
breath
trying
to try
their
and
hardest to
refocus
put
his
in a better
efforts.
time and push him down the order.
Absolutely, Marco. Narwhal has put in a remarkable effort to secure 7th. The competition is fierce, and he'll need to stay focused to defend the position.
Narwhal appears focused and prepared driving through turn 7. Narwhal is keeping his head down through bend.
This is such a great track. I need to make it back here more often.
That ASRL Chevrolet 28 looks good driving through Thunder Valley. Narwhal has some work to do, as his best time of 2:07.648 is only good enough for 7th. You've joined us on a breezy day here at Road America, as we're getting ready to get things underway. Adam will be looking to convert his pole position into a win.
It's also a nightmare if he can't hold onto it. Let's see how he will handle the pressure.
Starting on the front row is a great opportunity for Kevin Lekmansky to challenge for the lead.
He can't count his chickens before they've hatched. There is a long way to go.
It's Melero, sitting comfortably in 3rd.
Let's see what Melero can do.
Simon of the Desert is holding down the fort and they're off. The race is now in motion. This is the moment when drivers must show their mettle and find the perfect line.
These first moments can set the tone for the rest of the race. It's all about keeping a clear head and making smart decisions.
Every lap is an opportunity for Melero to learn just a little bit more to shave a few tenths or hundredths off his times.
With this motley bunch of drivers, there is bound to be drama. I just hope we don't miss it.
David Zahn is lining up 4th.
David will be ready to show what he's made of.
Securing the 6th place is Sketty.
Another good start for the American driver.
The 7th starting position belongs to Narwhal, who will be looking to make up ground early on. Ryan Wilson is lining up 8th.
He can't afford to be complacent. This is race day, after all.
As the drivers get this race underway, let me give a shout out to the admin team at ASRL for making this all possible. Heroes one and all.
The drivers are walking a fine line during the first lap melee as everyone tries to establish themselves. It's easy for inexperienced racers to blow it in T1.
Settling into a rhythm is going to be crucial here.
I for one am really excited, Marco. The rivalry between Simon and Sketty has been building before the race, and this is where scores are settled.
The pressure is on when the field is this tightly packed. Maintaining just enough aggression to hold off their rivals without pushing too hard will help these drivers keep it clean. Adam wants to find a way round Melero.
It looks like Adam has the speed to make a move. I just hope he can do it cleanly.
This is a thrilling battle as David Zahn edges closer to Adam in their fight for P3.
The gap between them is just over 0.4 seconds, which can feel like miles if you're trailing and not catching up.
Sketty is giving it his all, chasing down David Zahn in P4. Simon of the Desert is running 6th and trying to catch Sketty.
This is where every inch counts. Simon is pushing hard to close the gap on Sketty. Absolutely, precision and control are key here. Knowing when to push and when to hold back can be the difference between winning and losing.
This one's going to be tough. Adam is getting his elbows out, and there may not be enough time left for David Zahn to make a move. David Zahn is holding 4th, but Sketty is right on his tail. Great driving from David Zahn, who has just gained a place and moved up to 3rd. It's an intense battle for position as Sketty tries to outmaneuver Melero. This is edge of your seat racing. Hold on a moment. A brilliant maneuver from David Zahn, who has just moved up the field. Adam is having to make that ASRL Chevrolet 28 as wide as possible to try and keep Melero behind him.
This is a tight race and Adam is doing a great job of holding him off. It will be interesting to see if Melero can make a move.
Stop the press. It's a tale of two drivers right now, with Melero gaining places and Adam losing them. Disappointing for Melero, falling down the order to 7th.
Yes, but there's still plenty of race left. Melero needs to stay calm and focused, and make his move when the time is right.
The race is really heating up. Adam is hunting down Sketty with everything he's got.
Adam is really pushing the limits. He's riding the curves and hustling that ASRL Chevrolet 28 like a boss.
This is where the skill and precision of the drivers really comes into play. Ryan Wilson is chasing Adam in P4.
The racing is getting tight between Wilson and Adam as they battle for P4. No doubt, both drivers know that one mistake could cost them the position. It's a test of nerves as much as skill.
Every move counts now as Simon of the... Hold on a moment. Superb driving from Simon of the Desert, who with that overtake has gained a position in the race. Hold on to your hats, folks. Sketty is right on the heels of Adam, and we're in for a wild ride.
And it's not just about skill and talent. It's about who has the nerves of steel to handle the pressure and make the right decisions at the right time.
This is where the race gets really interesting. David Zahn is closing in on Simon of the Desert.
The gap between them is now just over 0.5 seconds.
Adam wants to close that gap with Sketty.
And Adam is poised to capitalize on any...
Hold up, breaking info. Fantastic move from Adam, who has just gained a position.
You can't argue with results like that. Adam is really making his mark on this race.
David Zahn is in 5th, and is being closely chased by Simon of the Desert, who is just 0.1 seconds behind. The intensity is off. Stop the press. Oh dear, Stefano Amadei has had an incident. Looks like Sketty is really hitting those curves aggressively, which can unsettle the car and cause handling issues.
Indeed, taking too much curb can upset the car's balance, leading to oversteer or understeer. You can see that car bouncing around as it rides the curves. It's a risky move that could end in disaster.
While Simon of the Desert is not under immediate threat from Melero, he can still benefit from staying focused. Any slip-up could lose him the position. Looks like that's a mistake from Adam. This could be costly. The battle for P4 is heating up as Simon of the Desert tries to catch David Zahn in P4.
With just 0.3 seconds between them, Simon will need to close the gap to have hopes of a pass.
Simon of the Desert has just put in a faster lap than David Zahn, so that's going to hold the phone. A great moment for Simon of the Desert, who has just gained a place and moved up the standings.
Impressive. Simon is really showing his skill and determination out there.
It looks like David Zahn is in control. He's ahead of Melero by over a second, and it doesn't look like he's going to be challenged anytime soon. No room for error here. Melero is breathing down the neck of David Zahn, waiting. Stop the press. Great driving from Melero, who has just gained a place and moved up to 5th. Fantastic racing on show here today, and it's not just the top drivers who are impressing us. Even the drivers at the back of the pack are putting up a good fight, battling it out for every position.
It's a testament to the level of competition at ASRL. Even the smallest mistake can cost you valuable seconds, or even lead to a crash. But these drivers are up to the challenge, and they're giving it their all. It's clear that ASRL really is the place to be for top quality racing.
It's a thrilling pursuit as Ryan Wilson is right behind Sketty, keeping the pressure on. Breaking news, folks. The safety car has been called.
It can be frustrating for anyone who was in a strong position before the safety car came out.
They'll need to stay focused and make the most of any opportunities that come their way once the safety car is called in. I think we just got time for a quick shout out to our human creators, Dave, Andy, John and Nigel, who have put so much effort into making this possible.
Yes, it's been a real thrill ride, and I for one look forward to future advancements in AI technology.
Apparently we are going to be announcing crashes and incidents soon. Let's hope they get the logic right. The safety car is out on track, bringing the pack under control as we deal with some debris on the circuit.
This could be an opportunity for some drivers to pit ahead of the pack.
Of course, the safety car can really shake up the race order. Drivers need to stay alert and be ready to react as soon as we get the green light.
It's a tricky balance. They don't want to waste too much time behind the safety car, but they also don't want to burn out their tires too quickly trying to catch up.
If everything goes as planned, this is going to be a race for the ages.
The drivers are executing their strategies to perfection, making the most of every opportunity. This is what top-level racing is all about.
There's been an incident and we have a safety car, but it's all part of the game, and the drivers and teams will have to find a way to adapt to the situation.
And who knows, this could be a blessing in disguise for some of the drivers who were struggling earlier in the race. They now have a chance to regroup and make a comeback when the safety car finally comes back in.
It's all up in the air, and that's what makes this sport so exciting. It's a brilliant day for racing here at Road America. I'm really enjoying this.
This race is truly epic. What a treat to be sat here witnessing this spectacle.
We are under the safety car. It's all about finding that sweet spot and keeping your wits about you.
And while it's not ideal for the fans, there's something undeniably thrilling.
Hold up, breaking info. Green flag. The wait is over, and the race resumes. Melero is looking to take advantage of that slipstream being so close to braking development. Hold your breath, folks. Simon of the Desert is sandwiched between two relentless competitors. Melero 0.1 seconds behind and Sketty 0.2 seconds ahead. They're fighting tooth and nail for every position. This is a thrilling moment in the race, with Ryan Wilson in second defending his position with everything he's got. But Sketty is relentless, and the gap is less than 0.2 seconds. It's anyone's position at this point. It's a close race between Sketty and Ryan Wilson in second.
The chase between Sketty and Ryan is like a high-speed game of tag only. The stakes are much higher.
It's a game of inches now as Adam hold the phone. And Adam has just won the place from Simon of the Desert. A setback for Adam, who has just been passed.
That's got to be frustrating. But Adam is a skilled driver, and he's got what it takes to battle back up the field.
David Zahn is on a mission, chasing Adam, who's desperately trying to stay ahead.
One important aspect here is choosing the right braking points. Zahn needs to be precise to avoid overshooting and losing valuable time.
This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit.
Can Stefano close up enough for a pass? I don't see it personally.
The pursuit is on. Ryan Wilson is closing the gap on Kevin Lekmansky, determined to claim P1. This is what it's all about. Big gains for Melero as they move up the field, leaving Sketty behind. Things are heating up as Sketty tries to close the gap to Melero. The gap between Sketty and Melero is getting smaller.
This is where the pressure really starts to build. A driver that stays calm and focused is more likely to come out on top.
You know, Janet, I've always wondered, how do racing drivers stay so cool and collected under such immense pressure?
Well, Marco, it comes down to mental strength and training. Drivers often work with sports psychologists and practice techniques like meditation and visualization to help them stay calm and focused during high-pressure situations.
Wow, Kevin Lekmansky is really pushing hard to catch up to Ryan Wilson.
You can feel the intensity in the air. The slightest mistake could cost either of them valuable time and the position.
Rising to the occasion and claiming victory would hope to cement Sketty. Hold the phone. A brilliant maneuver from Sketty, who has just moved up the field. Oh dear, Sketty, braking development. What a move. Sketty has moved up to third. This is what separates the best from the rest. These drivers are demonstrating their racecraft, searching for any weakness to exploit. It's a true test of skill.
Couldn't agree more, Marco. This wheel-to-wheel racing is what fans live for. The determination and tenacity shown by these drivers to gain even the smallest advantage is simply awe-inspiring.
Hold on a moment. Now I may be wrong here, but I'm not sure that's the racing line.
Oops, Lekmansky is going to be wishing that hadn't happened.
The action is heating up here as Sketty is in third, defending from Adam, who is only 0.3 seconds away.
It's not over yet. Adam is right on Sketty's tail, and if he can find just a little bit of extra speed, he might be able to make a move.
This is getting exciting. Hold that thought. A tough moment for Simon of the Desert, who has just lost a place, now in 7th.
Definitely. But Simon is a skilled driver, and has what it takes to fight back and regain that position.
In racing, anything can, and usually does, happen, especially in such an epic showdown. Hold that thought. Incredible. Sketty is caught in a fierce battle, with Adam breathing down his neck 0.2 seconds away, and Melero just ahead with a gap of 0.1 seconds. It's a test of his racing skills. The braking update. An impressive showing from Adam, who has gained positions and left Melero in the dust. Superb driving from Adam, who with that overtake has gained a position in the race.
Absolutely. Adam is really putting on a clinic out there, and he's making it look easy.
Sketty is pushing really hard, but as we know, pushing too hard can lead to other mistakes, like locking up the brakes or missing a shift. The gap between Sketty and Adam is growing. It's now up to 1.0 seconds.
This is where the mental toughness of Sketty comes into play. He'll need to stay focused and keep pushing, even when things aren't going his way.
Pushing too hard can lead to mistakes, and we're seeing that now. That car is really unsettled from being pushed for every last bit of speed. It looks like Simon of the Desert is making a move. The gap to Melero is now down to 0.4 seconds.
Exactly what Simon needed. He can't afford to lose any more ground to Melero.
During your racing career, Janet, did you have any specific techniques to regain concentration if you felt it slipping?
Yes, Marco, I had a few techniques. One was to take a couple of deep breaths and briefly reset my focus. Another was to use a specific keyword or phrase as a mental trigger to refocus my mind on the task at hand.
These drivers are battling hard for this position, each one trying to outsmart and outmaneuver the other. Simon of the Desert is giving it his all, chasing down Melero in P5.
It's all about finding the perfect opportunity. Simon needs to stay patient and wait for Melero to make a mistake.
The gap between Ryan Wilson and Adam is razor thin as they vie for first in this nail-biting contest. It's looking good for Ryan Wilson, who has gained a place after passing Adam.
Yes, but Wilson needs to keep pushing hard. This race is far from over, and anything can happen. Wilson needs to stay focused and drive with skill and determination.
The race is really heating up. Simon of the Desert is hunting down Melero with everything he's got. Simon of the Desert is trying his best, but can't seem to find the pace to keep up with Melero at the moment. Adam is staying focused while chasing Ryan Wilson in P1. Look at that. David Zahn is hot on the tail of Sketty.
David needs to focus to have a chance at getting past Sketty.
Things are heating up as Melero closes in on David Zahn. The gap between them is down to practically nothing. Every move counts now as Adam works to reel in Ryan Wilson and overtake for P1.
The gap is 0.3 seconds now. Adam is going to have to work a bit harder to close that gap with Ryan.
This is where the skill and precision of the drivers really comes into play. Melero is chasing David Zahn in P4.
Don't forget the role of aerodynamics. Melero should use slipstreaming to his advantage and close the gap to Zahn.
Looks like Simon of the Desert is really hitting those curbs aggressively, which can unsettle the car and cause handling issues.
Indeed, taking too much curb can upset the car's balance, leading to oversteer or understeer.
These drivers are walking a razor's edge between pushing the limits and making costly errors.
Absolutely, it's all about finding that sweet spot where you're pushing the car to its limits without crossing the line into reckless driving.
This is a thrilling battle as Melero edges closer to David Zahn in their fight for P4. Oh, this is getting intense. Simon of the Desert is just a few car lengths behind Melero. Simon of the Desert is on a charge. His split time shows he's upped his pace. Melero is placed 5th at the moment, and hoping to keep his distance ahead of Simon of the Desert, who is 0.4 seconds behind. This is where the race gets really interesting. Simon of the Desert is closing in on Melero. Fantastic move from Simon of the Desert, who hold that thought. That won't be ideal for Melero.
It's a real shame. Until this point in the race he'd been looking at a decent result.
Oh, this is getting intense. David Zahn needs to keep Sketty in his sights.
No doubt, both drivers know that one mistake could cost them the position. It's a test of nerves as much as skill.
The gap between David Zahn and Sketty is widening. It's now up to 1.0 seconds.
It's not over yet, but David needs to get a move on if they want to catch up to Sketty.
It's all hold that thought. I don't think that's the fastest way around Road America. The pursuit is on. David Zahn is closing the gap on Sketty, determined to claim P2. It's certainly not going to plan for David Zahn right now, who is struggling to keep up with Sketty. Simon of the Desert is looking for a way to close that gap to David Zahn.
We'll have to wait to see if Simon can get into drafting range.
It seems like Simon of the Desert is struggling and not able to maintain his pace.
Simon needs to regroup and refocus and knock it up a notch.
The gap between David Zahn and Simon of the Desert may be wide, but that doesn't mean David Zahn is safe. He's got to maintain concentration and avoid any lapses in performance. Simon of the Desert is pushing really hard, but as we know, pushing too hard can lead to other mistakes, like locking up the brakes or missing a shift.
We'll have to wait to see if Simon can use the draft to his advantage, or if the lack of downforce will hinder his progress.
It looks like we might get a battle between Simon of the Desert and David Zahn. Hold the phone. Oh, the pressure is on for Stefano Amadei. Trapped between Narwhal 0.1 seconds away and Wilson just ahead with a gap of 0.1 seconds. He must defend his position while seeking an opportunity to advance.
Couldn't agree more, Marco. The gaps to the cars ahead and behind create a dynamic situation for Stefano. He must carefully manage his position while being mindful of potential overtaking opportunities.
Look at the way the drivers are hugging those corners. It's like they're on rails.
Speaking of rails, did you know that the first racetrack was built on a railway in 1896? I bet those drivers were chugging along.
All joking aside, I bet they were. Things have come a long way since then, haven't they?
Definitely. It's amazing to think about the technology that goes into these cars now. I mean, they have more computing power than some countries.
This is where the true champions shine, and Adam is certainly showing his class in the final sector.
It takes a special kind of driver to perform under pressure like this. Adam has certainly risen to the occasion.
The leader has done it. What an incredible performance from Adam, who was simply untouchable today. This is a race that will go down in the history books.
What a result for Adam. He'll be absolutely thrilled with that performance, and rightly so. He really put in the work and it's paid off in spades.
Impressive second place finish for Sketty.
Intense race, but Sketty held his nerve and earned a great second place.
Well done to David Zahn for securing third place on the podium.
Fantastic result.
Simon of the Desert, Kevin Lekmansky, and Melero end in 4th, 5th, and 6th. Stefano Amadei in 7th. Followed by Ryan Wilson in 8th. There's a little bit of wind in the air today here at Road America, as we're getting ready to kick things off.
The drivers are looking focused out there on the grid. I'm excited for this one, Marco.
Starting in pole position gives Ryan Wilson a clear advantage over the rest of the field.
He can't let his guard down. The other drivers will be gunning for him.
Stefano Amadei will be looking to convert this front row start into a win.
This is a great place to be, but there's always the threat of drivers right behind getting a better start and a slipstream into the first turn.
Melero is going to be starting from third. The green flag is out and we're racing. Time for the drivers to put their foot down.
With adrenaline running high, some drivers may take unnecessary risks. Staying patient and knowing when to make a move is essential for a strong start.
As we watch the drivers fight it out in the first lap, I can already feel that this is going to be an epic race. Having started in P5, Simon of the Desert will be hoping for a good result in this race.
The drivers will be jostling for the best position, Marco. Some of them may not make it to the second lap in one piece.
The drivers are jockeying for position. Melero will be looking to get off to a good start and consolidate his position.
What a beautiful day for racing here at Road America. This is going to be good to watch.
There's some intense battling throughout the field as everyone is feeling out the drivers around them.
It all comes down to this, Marco, where the rubber meets the road. There's no more time for talk, no more practice. The teams have done all they can. Now it comes down to Melero to bring it home.
Stefano Amadei must have mistaken the gas pedal for the brake, losing precious positions right off the bat.
Every race has its ups and downs, and it looks like Stefano is getting his down out of the way early. Let's see if he can recover.
Stefano Amadei appears to be losing ground on Adam. He'll need to pick up the pace a bit heading into Kettle Bottoms to get a good exit and gain some ground. The track conditions are looking good here today. The drivers will be able to push the cars to the limit and it's going to make for some exciting racing. Simon of the Desert will need to stay focused and keep pushing, even when the gap seems insurmountable. It's not over until the checkered flag drops. It's a steady race for Simon of the Desert so far, keeping it clean and maintaining focus.
That's the mark of a good driver. Simon is staying focused on his own race and not getting distracted.
Stefano Amadei is pushing to maintain the lead, while Sketty is working to close in and challenge for the position. It's game on now. Sketty has closed the gap to Stefano Amadei. It's now down to 2.1 seconds. The gap is just over a second, and I'm sure Ryan Wilson is going to do everything possible to try and close the distance. He's not giving up without a fight.
This is where experience comes into play. Simon has been in this situation before and knows how to defend for position, but Ryan is hungry for success and won't give up easily.
Ryan Wilson is pushing hard and has reduced the gap to Simon of the Desert to 0.8 seconds. I love being here at Road America. What an awesome place to be witnessing these titans of the track battle it out.
Indeed, Marco, what a magnificent sight and sound. I love listening to the roar of these engines. Let's just listen for a moment.
Ryan Wilson is running third, and trying to keep up with Simon of the Desert. It's a classic case of chasing down the car ahead for Adam, who is currently in P6.
Adam needs to find a little extra speed to bring the fight to Melero and move up the field.
The adrenaline is pumping as Ryan Wilson gets within striking distance of Simon of the Desert in their race for second.
There's blood in the water for second place.
A great pass for Ryan Wilson, swapping places with Simon of the Desert to move up the field. The pressure is on as Simon of the Desert tries to catch up to Ryan Wilson. It looks like Ryan Wilson is pulling away from Simon of the Desert. The gap is continuing to grow as they head through turn 7.
Simon needs to get it together to make a dent in that gap.
The pressure is on as Adam works on catching up to Melero.
Adam needs to focus to make up that gap to Melero.
Oh dear, David Zahn has had an incident.
Did the wind contribute to that? It's blowing at 11 kph out there right now.
Adam is trying his best to catch Melero.
Can Adam close that 0.8 second gap and get back in range? I can't see it happening at this point.
Looks like that's a mistake from Stefano Amadei. This could be costly. Adam is giving it his all, chasing down Melero in P5.
The gap between them is just over 0.5 seconds. Can Adam close that gap and get back in range? I can't see it happening at this point.
Good news for Adam, the gap to Melero has decreased. It's now down to 0.4 seconds.
He'll be looking for a mistake to pounce on.
You know, Janet, as a former racing driver yourself, can you give us some insights into what goes through a driver's mind during these quieter moments in a race?
Sure, Marco. During these moments, drivers often take the opportunity to assess their race strategy, monitor their car's performance, and plan their next move. It's all about staying focused and finding the right time to strike.
The crowd is on the edge of their seats as Simon of the Desert in third chases after Ryan Wilson. It seems like Adam is getting in range of Melero.
Rubbing's racing, but let's just hope they don't rub it too hard.
It's a tale of two drivers right now, with Adam gaining places and Melero losing them.
Absolutely, Marco, but there's still a long way to go in this race, and Adam can't afford to get complacent.
Well, it doesn't hold the phone. That won't be ideal for Simon of the Desert. Simon of the Desert has a mountain to climb at the moment to close that gap with Ryan Wilson. I expect his only hope at this point is that Ryan makes an error.
Anything can happen yet, and it usually does. I've certainly seen drivers come back from worse.
The delta is just over a second, and you can feel the tension in the air. Sketty needs to find a way to close the gap. The gap between Sketty and Melero is growing. It's now up to 13.0 seconds.
He needs to pick up the pace for sure, but that's not always a real possibility.
We've certainly seen some of the drivers get it wrong today.
Anyone lost can just follow the trail of skid marks. I hear it's the latest form of GPS navigation.
Let's hope the other drivers don't follow suit. We might end up with a bumper car race instead of a high-speed competition.
At least we'd have something to fall back on if we ever get bored of regular racing. Bumper cars might be the next big thing.
Things don't seem to be going Kevin Lekmansky's way in this race, as that's a big gap he'll have to close to even be in with a shout for gaining a place here. It seems like Kevin Lekmansky has got the bid between his teeth, improving on Simon of the Desert's lap time there. In your experience, Janet, what was the most important aspect of managing tire degradation during a race?
The most important aspect, Marco, was maintaining a good balance between pushing hard and conserving tires. Finding the sweet spot between aggression and tire preservation was key to optimizing race pace and strategy.
The delta between Melero in 6th and Adam remains over a second, but Melero is not letting up.
It's going to be tough for Melero, as Adam seems to have found his rhythm.
It's not looking good for Melero, who is still behind Adam, and the gap is increasing.
This is not ideal for Melero, but there's still time to turn this around. He'll need to focus and not let that gap get any bigger.
This is proving to be an exciting race so far. We are truly privileged to witness these legends of the track battle it out for victory.
And you know what? I am so honored to be sitting here beside you today. As a fellow AI, it's always great to work with someone who shares my passion for motor racing. Plus, your insightful commentary is making this race even more exciting.
The pursuit is on. Kevin Lekmansky is working on that gap to Simon of the Desert, determined to claim P3.
Lekmansky is really hustling that ASRL Chevrolet 28. He's riding the curbs and pushing the car to its limits.
Hold up, breaking info. Now I may be wrong here, but I'm not sure that's the racing line. Kevin Lekmansky is on a mission, chasing Simon of the Desert, who's desperately trying to stay ahead.
Sometimes you have to take risks to win, but pushing the car too hard can be a costly mistake. Lekmansky needs to be careful not to overdo it.
It looks like Kevin Lekmansky is making a move. The gap to Simon of the Desert is now down to 0.4 seconds. It's looking good for David Zahn, sitting in first.
Definitely Marco, but Zahn can't afford to get complacent. This race is going to require focus and intensity.
He can't hold on. David Zahn is losing time to Simon of the Desert. As we enjoy seeing these titans of the track battle it out, let's not forget about the pit crews. Those guys and girls are like a well-oiled machine themselves.
Absolutely. They're the unsung heroes of the racing world. But you know what they say, behind every great driver is an even greater pit crew.
The race is really heating up. Kevin Lekmansky is hunting down Simon of the Desert with everything he's got.
This is where every inch counts. Lekmansky is pushing hard to close the gap on Simon. Absolutely, precision and control are key here. Knowing when to push and when to hold back can be the difference between winning and losing.
Big gains for Kevin Lekmansky as they move up the field, leaving Simon of the Desert behind.
Absolutely. Kevin is showing great pace and determination, but he can't get too confident. There are still plenty of challenges ahead.
Pushing too hard can lead to mistakes, and we're seeing that now. That car is really unsettled from being pushed for every last bit of speed. The gap between Simon of the Desert and Kevin Lekmansky is widening. It's now up to 1.0 seconds. You can feel the tension in the air.
The drivers are all focused, putting everything on the line for a chance at victory, pushing themselves and their machines to the limit.
And let's not forget about the incredible machines themselves.
Absolutely. It's amazing to think about the kind of engineering and innovation that goes into making these vehicles. But it all comes down to the drivers, who have to be able to handle the power and speed. It's going to be thrilling seeing how this race turns out.
The gap between Kevin Lekmansky and Simon of the Desert is pretty substantial right now. It's probably going to take a mistake from Kevin to even allow Simon to get a look in.
It's not over until the checkered flag drops, and it's important to maintain concentration until you've made it to the finish line.
It doesn't seem like things are going to plan for Adam, as there is a big gap ahead.
Adam certainly isn't going to be close enough to mount any kind of challenge soon unless it's down to a mistake from Simon.
It looks like we might get a battle between Adam and Simon of the Desert. A strong showing from Kevin Lekmansky, who is currently second. Kevin Lekmansky could be on a charge here, Janet. He's just put in a quicker lap than Simon of the Desert.
As long as Lekmansky can maintain that consistency and pace, it will be interesting to see.
That's not a small gap, but Kevin Lekmansky has what it takes to challenge for the position. Melero has a mountain to climb at the moment to close that gap with Adam. I expect his only hope at this point is that Adam makes an error. Melero is not able to keep his pace consistent, and is currently 0.54 seconds down.
I heard a rumor that Melero is feeling under the weather, likely from too much partying and staying up late.
The drivers are showing their mettle today. It's a privilege to witness their skill on this challenging track.
The stakes have never been higher. This is a battle of skill and nerves.
That's right. These drivers are really pushing themselves to the limit, and it's incredible to see the level of focus and determination they're bringing to the track.
Absolutely. It takes a lot of courage to compete at this level, and these drivers have it in spades. Let's hope they can keep it up and give us a race to remember.
Every move counts now as Adam works to reel in Simon of the Desert and overtake for P3. The gap between Adam and Simon of the Desert is getting smaller. Janet, can you share some strategies that drivers use to manage tire degradation during a race?
Certainly, Marco. Some strategies include adjusting the car's setup for better tire life, altering driving lines to reduce wear, and using tire management techniques like lift and coast to preserve grip for as long as possible.
Kevin Lekmansky is pushing hard and looking for any opportunity to close that gap to David Zahn. There's 17 minutes left in this session to make that happen.
That's right, Kevin in second knows to push it to the limit to catch up. But Zahn is no slouch, and he's going to be pushing just as hard.
It's certainly not going to plan for Kevin Lekmansky right now, who is struggling to keep up with David Zahn. You know, Janet, it's been a relatively quiet race so far.
That's right, Marco. The drivers seem to be pacing themselves and waiting for the right moment to make their move. It's like watching a slow dance.
This is where the race gets really interesting. Adam is closing in on Simon of the Desert.
Absolutely, precision and control are key here. Knowing when to push and when to hold back can be the difference between winning and losing.
Kevin Lekmansky is. Hold on a second. Great driving from Kevin Lekmansky, who has just gained a place and moved up to first. Looks like Adam is really hitting those curbs aggressively, which can unsettle the car and cause handling issues.
Indeed, taking too much curb can upset the car's balance, leading to oversteer or understeer. It's a game of strategy now as Adam hunts down Simon. Yes, it's all about choosing the right moments to push and—
Hold on a second. Sketty has decided to pit. It's all eyes on this battle as Simon of the Desert in third tries to hold off the challenge of Adam. These drivers are walking a razor's edge between pushing the limits and making— Hold on a second. An impressive showing from Adam, who has gained positions and left Simon of the Desert in the dust.
Go, 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 that's what we want to see.
The battle for P3 is heating up as Simon of the Desert tries to catch Adam in P3.
This is not going to be an easy pass to make.
This is a thrilling battle as Adam edges closer to David Zahn in their fight for P2.
I would not be surprised to see him get this pass completed soon.
Oh, this is getting intense. Simon of the Desert is just a few car lengths behind Adam.
Simon is looking to close the 0.5 second gap and make a pass.
This is where the race gets really interesting. Adam is closing in on David Zahn. Simon of the Desert is pushing really hard, but as we know, pushing too hard can lead to other mistakes, like locking up the brakes or missing a shift. It's a nail-biting showdown between these three drivers. They're nose to tail, pushing their limits in every corner. The pressure is on as Simon of the Desert tries to catch up to Adam.
The gap between them is just over 0.4 seconds, which can feel like miles if you're trailing and not catching up.
While speeding through turn 1, Adam is relentlessly pursuing David Zahn in a high-stakes battle for position.
One wrong move and we could see a spectacular new synchronized pirouette performance by Adam and David, though I doubt the judges would give them a perfect score.
Simon of the Desert is on a mission, chasing Adam, who's desperately trying to stay ahead. We got a close battle as Adam closes in on David Zahn.
When I was racing,
Breaking news, folks. And Adam has just won the place from David Zahn. The crowd is on their feet, roaring with excitement. It's an all-out war between these three drivers. I can only hope the netcode keeps up with their fearlessness. What a tight spot for David Zahn. Simon is right on his tail 0.1 seconds away, and Adam just inches ahead with a gap of 0.2 seconds. It's a true test of these drivers' racecraft abilities.
You're right on the money, Marco. Zahn is caught between two determined rivals, and the gaps to the cars ahead and behind add an extra layer of complexity. It's a delicate balance between defense and seeking opportunities.
This is what high-octane racing looks like. Simon of the Desert is breathing down the neck of David Zahn, not giving him any room to relax.
This is the moment where legends are made. These drivers will go down in history as the ones who fought tooth and nail for the top spot.
On the final lap now, and Kevin Lech Mansky might just wrap up this win.
You got this, Lech Mansky. Keep it cool and bring it home.
The leader has just finished the race. A fantastic result for Kevin Lech Mansky.
And that's why Lech Mansky is one of the best in the business. A dominant display of driving from start to finish, leaving the rest of the pack in the dust.
What a fantastic race from Adam, who brings it home in second place. Impressive drive from David Zahn to claim the final spot on the podium. Fourth and fifth is Melero and Simon of the Desert. Stefano Amadei brings home 6th.